be showing you guys how to do a simple braid on your front pieces, whether you have bangs or not. Just something simple that you can do on a daily basis whenever it's maybe day 2 and you haven't washed your hair, or you're just running out of things to do with your hair while wearing it down. All you need is an elastic to secure your braid, and then bobby pins if you decide to pull it back or just let it hang loose. So she has a lot of hair, so I don't have to actually section out a lot. I'm just going to section out her front little area. So here's her hairline. I'm only going to take about that wide of a section, so not too big. And I'm actually going to go in about that far at that angle. So turn your head. And I'm going to separate that into 3 strands. Just like this, and cross over the right side and then the left side. And then whenever I cross over with my right side again, I'm going to take more hair with it this time. And that's what's going to create your French braid. And then whenever I cross over my left side, I'll get a little bit of hair added to it. Just like that. And I will keep mimicking that over and over. Keeping it close to her hairline so you can see the detail on it all the way down. If your hair's really fine or thin and you have a hard time showing those details, you can section it back further. You can even go back as far as here. So I'm going to keep repeating that process until I reach about her eyebrow. And I am keeping it tighter as I go down. I can always loosen it whenever I am done, but you want to keep it tighter, otherwise it's going to get really messy really fast. And I'm just going to go ahead and braid it all the way back down without taking any more hair. Just turn it into a regular 3-strand braid. And then you can go as far down as you'd like. And then secure that with an elastic. So I'm actually going to go through and fan this out. And it's better to start at the end fanning it out, because if I started up here doing it, it's going to make all this tangle up and it's going to be impossible for you to get it nice and smooth. You want it to be bigger but not frayed or frizzy looking. Okay, and then once I get into these French braided sections, I'm gonna avoid pulling out the hair that I grabbed from the scalp. I'm gonna take more of the inner piece right here. You can see that. So instead of taking from right here, where I took from the scalp, I'm gonna go more to the center and pull that piece. And it creates a prettier fan rather than pulling from here and making it bubble up too much. You still want it to stay pretty flat to the head, especially if you're just doing a simple, quick braid before you go to work or school or whatever you're needing to do that day. You don't want it to be too extravagant. So I can either let it hang, which that's pretty within her braid, kind of let it go, or I can take it and wrap it around, and I can tease her crown here and then secure it behind and make it a little bit more formal with a bobby pin. So I'm actually going to turn her. And rather than just pinning it right here where you can see the elastic and it's just hanging there, I can section out some hair and I will pin it under here so it's hidden. Thank you. And so you never want to open your bobby pin and stick it into your hair, because you get more traction whenever you leave it closed. And so I take it closed and I start in the braid this way and I wiggle it in like this. And you get the most hair in without it being messy and it's super secure. If you feel like it's gonna fall, take a second bobby pin and crisscross it the other way. So I went in this way, I'm gonna find my bobby pin in there, and I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna crisscross it and make sure that they overlap each other. And it's fine if they show here because it's all gonna be covered with hair anyways. So we're gonna leave that all down over. Just kind of smooth that out. All right, so there you have it. We have a simple French braid for an everyday look. And you can even do this with a fishtail braid, infinity braid, anything you want.